Hey y'all, and welcome back to Lantern Creek Farm. Alright guys, I'm trying to stand in the shade here, but because it's a hot one, I'm sweating. But today is pumpkin and probably pumpkin planting day. I was gonna say squash, but I don't think I'm gonna plant any squash. If you have been looking for videos as of our seed starting, the reason why I haven't posted them is because they really honestly have not done fantastic. How we had it set up, I don't think we were getting enough sun, and we didn't do a grow light this year. We've even discussed probably next year not even doing it because it just seems a lot of trouble with very little outcome out here. Maybe I can show you here. Can y'all see? We've got some pumpkins, which are technically squash, that are doing really, really well, and they are coming way out of their transplant thing. So we're going to take them to an area where we piled up hay and manure and where the horses used to be and their hay used to be, and we're going to plant our pumpkins. My only thing is it's down there where the chickens are at, and they are horrible. They are notorious for scratching stuff up. So I'm hoping that these will make it, but the pumpkins are just for like pleasure. I mean, we can eat them obviously, but these are more for just like fun, and just to have something maybe in the fall. Alright guys, we've got a few here, so I've got them marked. This is peach pumpkin is what I've got it marked. It is like it's a squash. This is green, and it is as well a squash. Unfortunately, I don't think any of my regular just orange pumpkins made it. I do have pink as well, but none of my regular orange ones made it. I think I seen one here, and that's what it looks like. So that's not gonna cut it. And there's another one, and that's not gonna work. So the rest of these are zucchini and summer squash. Oh, that's a pumpkin. I need to grab that one. It's not looking fantastic. I hope you can see me. It is midday, and it is hot out here, and it is sunny. So can you all kind of see what this consists of here? It's broken down hay and manure, and underneath that is rock. I'm not going to put these pumpkins in something that we have to sacrifice our main garden for. Like I said, these are going to be more for fun. These are going to be more for the purposes of just having something neat to grow. In the end, they can be food. In the end, they can be decorations, but they're not a complete necessity. So we're going to go ahead and put them in this hay. I haven't decided whether I want to do them up here or down here. Andy, along this fence here, I'll show you. We've got some hog wire leaning against it right now, but he's wanting to put some pumpkins or some tomatoes through here maybe. And so we want to leave him some room inside here. So I'm not going to fertilize these, and the reason why I'm not is because we gave them plant food yesterday, and so they don't need it today. So typically I would add some rabbit manure or some compost, something into the ground before I planted, but I'm not going to do that today, like I said, because they had food yesterday, and we don't want to overdo it. Now, I was thinking before I remembered that we fed them yesterday, I would just put some rabbit manure down in here. But like I said, we're not going to do that today. So let's go ahead and get these planted. So I'm right on the edge here. And like I said, we do want to leave some room for tomatoes. So I'm going to try to keep everything down towards this end. I'm going to go ahead and brush back this hay. This hay and manure goes pretty deep because this is, like I said, where we had horses in here. And so they obviously manured up here because this is where we kept their hay. So we're going to go ahead and plant this pumpkin down in the ground here, and I'm going to cover it up. And then once I get done, I'm going to water this really well. We've got a little shadow here because it's sunny, but what I did is dig a little hole there. Can you all see? Hopefully you can. Let me move this. I'm sorry guys, the shadow. So I dug a little hole, and then I'm going to use this hay to kind of keep the moisture in. Now when we plant these pumpkins, I'm probably not going to get all these in here. I'm sure I'm not going to get them all in this spot. But when we plant these pumpkins, we want them at least 2 to 5 feet apart. I've even read that it says even up to 10 to 12 feet apart. I'm not going to be able to do 10 to 12 feet apart, but I'm going to try to do 2 to 5 feet apart. That way we can give them a little room to grow. My guess is probably I'm only going to get maybe, I'm going to say 3 to 4 pumpkins in here, and then we'll have to find a spot for somewhere else, because I do want to leave Andy room to go ahead and do some tomatoes. Now, if he didn't want to put tomatoes down here, I could probably get the rest of the pumpkins in. That's okay. We'll find another spot for him. So we're going to do another pumpkin about right here. I'm going to do the peach colored ones now, because I did a green one up there. And obviously I know they're going to cross-pollinate, but I would prefer a little variety. If I can't get all these planted, I do want to get a variety. We've got green on the end, peach in the middle. Now we're going to go for pink. Okay, it looks like we're only going to get about 3 in here. Like I said, I do want to leave room. I know they're going to grow out this way. I know they're going to grow out this way. And so we don't want to overdo it here. Next, in order to keep the chickens out, we're going to go get us some tomato cages to put around these to kind of save them a little bit. Up next to the garden is where we have a spot where tomato cages go to die for the winter season. So we're going to go up there and try to find us a couple to go ahead and protect these pumpkins so the chickens just don't completely demolish them. We have some handmade ones here. If you've never made tomato cages like this, I recommend doing it. It's a 2 by 2 square hole, fencing wire, and down towards the bottom it's a little bit smaller, but towards the top you wire it together like this, and then you take some kind of stick or stake and you put it through. I'm sorry, the shadows are so bad. Put it through, and there you got a tomato cage. I got the cages, but guys, it's hot out here and the plants are already wilting from the heat. It is not for the faint of heart today, and I'm doing this right in the heat of the day, which is not very smart, but here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab something to get some water for these babies. If not, they won't make it. If you all don't save like plastic bowls and cups and takeaway and stuff like that, if you don't save the containers that stuff comes in, you are missing out. We have people give us stuff, and we use, recycle, reuse, and reduce. That's what we do, and we use it until it can't be used anymore. So let's water these pumpkins. They're already laying over, guys. It is hot out today. Might as well water myself while I'm at it. Oh, that feels good. Alright, it's time to stake now. Those have got to be staked better. They're leaning sideways. Well, we got them planted and staked up. It's hot. Probably shouldn't have planted right now. It's dangerously hot right now. I found me partly shady spot over here. Y'all don't mind the tires. We use those for gardening. And this is useful stuff. And that's an old door there. Yeah, guys, we're Appalachian. We don't throw nothing away. We just keep it, and it either rots or we use it for something. But we have a old compost pile here from when we had the goats. And we used to throw goat manure and old hay and rabbit manure and just all kinds of food scraps down in here. And it's been breaking down for a while because we haven't added anything in here since probably the fall since we had goats. So it's been a while. And so I've got 6 pumpkin plants left. And I thought maybe putting a few in here. The old door used to sit right here. I just now moved it. And so it's very wet under here, which is a good thing. And it's keeping moisture there. And so we're going to dig this little spot. And let's see what we've got. We've got pink pumpkins, green, and peach. So let's get them planted. I'm in an awkward position because I don't want to get all this wet hay all over my clothes, because then I'll stink. Let's do a green. I probably didn't put this one far enough over, but it'll be okay. And I'm thinking I could probably fit one over here and one over here. So I think I'm going to be able to get about 4 in this area. I got big, fat, healthy worms in here. And so that's how I know it's a good spot. You see, there's multiple. There's one. I cut that one in half. Sorry, guy. There's another one there. There's multiple in here. So you know what's breaking down and doing good. And like I said previously, I'm not going to add any compost or anything to these at first because they have already been fed. We fed them yesterday, and I'm putting them down in manure. So, you know, already getting quite a bit of compost. I'm cutting those poor little worms all up. You see it flopping. Sorry, guys. There's just so many in here. And this is the peach pumpkin. We'll add that guy right back up there. There's another one. There's multiple. They're coming out everywhere. There's another one. Another one. That's 5. Look at all them worms. If you all don't save old tires, you're missing out. Like I said, look at all these worms. There's so many. It's wonderful. Like I said, it's recycle, reduce, and reuse around here. That's a motto for, I'm going to say, most Appalachians. If you've raised up in a poor area, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to water these just a little bit because I brought up a water jug. But this is really wet here where that door's been over there. And so, you know what? I'm not going to water them. I'm not going to water them. So it's already, the soil's already wet, and so I'm just gonna take these worms, put back over top of them, put them back in their home place. I'm not gonna water them. The soil's already wet, and they were watered yesterday, and they were still moist. So not gonna water them. The chickens will scratch that up if I do not add something. So I think what I'm gonna do is gather some sticks and stick them up around them. That way that they will not scratch it up. Because if I don't, they will. So I'll probably get some sticks and put it all around 4 of them. That leaves 2 pumpkins left. And where I'm going to put them, I don't know. I might put them inside the chicken area. So on the other side of this fence, I might put them in there. And you know, they're just going to be spares, so it don't really matter, but and I'll just stake around them. That's probably what I'm going to do. So let's get these pumpkins staked around with some sticks, good hefty sticks. We got plenty of them, guys. Look at these trees. Don't have to go far to find sticks. They're everywhere. Just gotta find some that don't break too easy. That one breaks. That one's good. I'm gonna need quite a few. I figure put like 3 or 4 around each. And what I'm doing is just taking 4 sticks. We want to leave room for the plant to grow a little bit. This is not going to affect the plant any. It's just going to hopefully prevent the chickens from getting in it. And what I'm trying to do is block all 4 sides so they can't get in here and scratch. And when the plant grows, you can pull these up. When it gets bigger, you can pull them up or just leave them because they're not going to bother the growth of the vine. They're just going to grow around it. That one broke. You want to get sturdy sticks, and typically you want to get sticks that's got some pretty good girth to them. These are kind of smaller sticks, but get sticks that have pretty good girth to them. That way you can, they won't break as easy. That's what it looks like. See the 4 sticks? This one has 5. One's got 4. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you here, I'm not holding out high hopes for this area. One, because Koa, and 2, the chickens. Koa comes up here and scratches and digs, and the chickens do as well. So. It's not fantastic soil either. Used to be forest right here, and we cut into it. That way we could expand the area for the goats, and we fenced this area in. And this part was forest, and so it's gonna take a while for it to get decent. So there's your little hole here. Like I said, I'm not going to fertilize because these have plant food, but if these make it, I'm probably going to have to fertilize in here pretty frequently. Add some manure stuff to it. Got it in the ground. Now we're going to stake it. I got a feeling that Koa's going to dig these up as well. Pull these sticks up out of the ground because he's a dog. And he's a big dog at that. little tiny sticks aren't much of a deterrent to him. I am gonna water it because this ground was dry. I'm gonna water it pretty good because I'm probably gonna forget it. The chickens are already coming up here and eyeing it. So it's already not looking good. This is a green pumpkin, the last one was pink. Had some worms in the soil, so might be decent. It's definitely got a lot of hay broke down through here and goat manure, and of course chicken manure as well. So we shall see. I just broke it. Well, there's a little bit of a green piece down in there. It might grow, it might not. I just broke that big stem off of it though. Well guys, we got our pumpkins planted. I don't know how well these are gonna do in here. Those are kind of iffy back there. The ones over there, we got, what, 3 planted there. We'll just see. Like I said, these are not anything that's like a complete necessity. Tomatoes and peppers and things like that are more of a necessity than pumpkins because we just really don't eat them. We use them more for decorative purposes. But we got them in the ground, and I guess that's all that matters. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hanging out, and hopefully we can see you on the next one. Oh, what are you doing? Look at him. He come right in and hit my camera. Hi, bud. He's wanting lovin's. Is that what you're wanting? Well, guys, he's going to be probably the reason that these don't make it. Ain't you? If they don't make it, I almost would bet it's going to be him and not the chickens. He'll probably pee on them. If he doesn't pee on them, he's going to rip up the sticks and run them over. That's my guess. But we'll see. I'll keep you updated on them. He's already smelling around them. I'll keep you updated. But I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hanging out. And hopefully we can see you on the next one. We'll see you later. Bye.